Hey, 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 it's Seagrove, and today I'm here with Michael Pramawat, who is one of three people, at least that I know of, who makes his living off of Pokemon in one extent or another. So I'm sure all of you all know who Michael Pramawat is, but just in case there's a couple who don't, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, I guess I play Pokemon. I've been playing for a long time. I won uh, the Fort Wayne Regional Championship and the London International Championship recent. So going back to London, that's pretty exciting. And if you see me, come say hi. Yeah.
Cool.
Also, I have the record for North America in regional wins. So
Hey,
yeah. So
congratulations
throwing
on
that
that.
out in. Yeah.
That's awesome. So, you only make money off of Pokemon currently. What are your different sources of incomes through Pokemon?
Let's see. I'm on the team ARG, so I get money that way. I get some money that way. When I rep their brand. And I also get tournament winnings. So gotta win the major tournaments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do any coaching or article writing?
I don't really article write. Just because I don't really like to. As for coaching, I do some coaching sometimes, but it's kind of infrequent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what does a normal day for you look like since this is your income, this is your job?
I mean, I kind of just like prep for tournaments a lot. I play a lot of Pokemon. Um, that's pretty much what I do. I mean, like,
Okay.
yeah, it's not like too extravagant, I guess. I
Okay.
mean, I get the talk Pokemon with people. That's a lot of fun. Get the yeah, just pretty much live and breathe Pokemon. I guess
Yeah.
this is what
Do
I
you
do on the regular.
who are you playing with during the day? Are you
I get a lot of games in with PTCGO.
okay, just the ladder or people?
Yeah, just randomly, just against random opponents, just because I want to see how decks flow.
Hmm.
Um, and then I'll like research, like if like a tournament's coming up, I'll start researching like what I want to play. The Pokemon Online website is a real good resource in terms of like top eight deck lists.
Yeah.
So I use that a lot.
Cool. And do you have scheduled times when you practice with people?
No, I don't have any. I'm kind of like on a free form schedule. I don't really have
Okay.
a set schedule, but I just kind of get in when I can. I do there's a I have a couple of neighbors who play Pokemon, so
Okay.
we get together on like Mondays. But not any like I think there's we do like this Monday night like league thing, which is kind of fun.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Okay. Um, do you feel like you have a lot of freedom because this is your job? Do you feel like there's
Yeah,
no strings attached?
it's definitely a lot of freedom. Like you don't get the wake up in the morning kind of situation because I know that really burns out a lot of people out.
Hmm. Did you used to be in a situation like that? What were you doing before you were a pro Pokemon player?
Yeah, so I did a couple things. Did like an accounting office job, but kind of hated it. I hated the like just being stuck in front of like a computer looking at spreadsheets and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and then I decided I didn't want to do that anymore. So I went into getting like a baking job where I did that for a little bit.
Okay.
Um, and then I won London. So I was like, I could just do this
Yeah.
because I didn't really want to just be in an office.
Right.
So yeah.
That's awesome. Um, so what do you have rules for yourself that you set, like how much you're going to practice, or like times that you're going to practice? I know you said your schedule's pretty open, but do you have like I have to practice this much, or is it just sort of I need to prepare
Uh,
for this tournament? Let's do it.
yeah, it's more like the I need to prepare for this tournament, so let's do it mentality.
Okay.
I'm pretty good about self-discipline like that, so I don't have to like set specific times, but I need to get in as like until I feel I'm comfortable with it.
Okay.
So that's what I do for tournaments. And that's like I actually practiced a lot for like Fort Wayne, and then I ended up I ended up doing what a lot of people do. I switched decks the night before.
Yeah.
I used the information I had from when I was testing to make that decision. So it wasn't like I kind of like out of nowhere was like I need to just play a different deck. It
Right.
was like I know all this information now, so I can make this informed decision to not play what I was
Right.
testing
And it's
and
a
play
deck.
something.
It's a deck
So
you
I
know
ended up
very
playing Night
well.
March. Yeah, I ended up going with Night March, but yeah.
Cool. So, what is it? What do you say when people ask you, what do you do for a living?
I just tell them point blank that I just play Pokemon.
Okay. And how do they
Uh,
react typically?
at first they're kind of like intrigued. They're like, "Really?" And then I explain like the circuit.
Uh huh.
Uh, and then I'm like, "Yeah, I'm pretty good at it." I won some major tournaments. Worked out well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, how does your family feel about it? About you going full time?
Um, yeah, they're pretty. Oh, they're like basically like as long as you're not out on the street and starving, we're fine. You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
So that's pretty much how I'm not only I think one of the key components is living in a place where it's not like extremely expensive to live in.
Hmm.
So yeah, because like I live in an area where the cost of living is pretty low, and I think that's just one of the key components. Because like if your cost of living is too high, then you obviously have to make more money.
Yeah. What's your living arrangement like? Are you roommate? You have roommates, or are you in an
Yeah,
apartment
I live in a
house?
townhouse
Okay.
with a bunch of roommates. Live with Ben Potter, Andrew Ramy, James Cross.
Okay.
So,
Very cool.
yeah, we're like a Pokemon household,
Yeah.
and it's pretty fun.
Yeah. That sounds good. So how often do you all play together?
Um, let's see, we play somewhat often. Like we play on Mondays. Like we do this. There's this comic book store that does like Monday night cash tournaments,
Okay.
and it's like we just go to that. Um, outside of that, we kind of play. It's just kind of play whenever you want. But sometimes we don't play Pokemon. Like
Yeah.
a lot of times we're not playing Pokemon. Like we play League,
Okay. Cool.
board games, stuff like that. So that's kind of the household.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, do you all play like? Do you all share all your deck information since you're living together? You going to terms with the
Yeah.
same
I mean,
60 pretty regularly?
there's no secret. I mean, there's
Yeah.
no secrets. If you want to play something else, we'll do our best to help each other out.
Right.
But I generally just decide what I want to play, and then I guess other people kind of join me
Okay.
in playing whatever I play.
Sure.
It seems to be a pretty good strategy for some people, but it works for me. I play
Yeah.
what I want to play, and then other people play.
Sounds good.
Play with me, so.
Yeah, I would get in on that. Do you feel more pressure to perform at events than you think other players may feel?
Um, it's a good question. I don't think I feel particular. I feel pressured at like the beginning of the event,
Okay.
but after that, I feel fine.
Hmm.
I think for me, it's always about getting past the initial rounds,
Okay.
and then once I'm past that, I'm kind of in the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, oh, I have to make X amount of dollars at this tournament, or
No.
do I? Okay.
Yeah. So what I do, I always make sure I have a good amount of money. Like the thing about this is like I could always, if I absolutely have to or need to where I want to like live a lifestyle comfortably, I can always just pick up a job I get or
Yeah.
another job. But as of right now, it's just kind of do Pokemon, you know, have enough money to like live comfortably, and then go from there.
Okay. So you feel like there's um, you have a buffer. Like it's not
Yeah,
like do or
yeah, you
die
definitely want.
ever at tournaments or anything.
Yeah, you definitely want a buffer.
Okay.
Like, no one should ever like do something where they're like, if I don't make it at this tournament, I'm not eating tomorrow. That is not a good sign.
It's either top eight or a new job or a second job. Like
Yeah, please do not do that. I'm fortunate enough to where I had a lot of money saved up
yeah.
beforehand, and then I was like, I really don't want to do an office job anymore. So I'd
Okay.
much rather do
I,
this.
I won't delve into your finances, but let me ask you one question about that. Um, do you have more money now than when you quit your job?
Yeah, just because like my costs are pretty low.
Okay.
So like, when I won London, I was like, oh, this is just 10K that I didn't normally would have had. And I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, best of luck to you in continuing in that. That's really awesome. Is there anything that you would think, oh, um, if I didn't want to get a new job but I needed some more money, I could add this aspect of Pokemon to my income.
Yeah, I could definitely start writing articles if I needed to, as like a small source of income.
Okay.
Another thing is and I probably should start doing this, is I probably should just start streaming. Like I play PTCGO anyways. I might as well just like figure out how to like make that look good. Start streaming.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, if you do it long enough, you get partnered, stuff like that. But yeah,
Okay.
there are things I could add on if I need to.
Okay. Very
But
cool.
as of right now, because I guess I'm just big baller, win tournament guy.
Yeah.
I, I can just win and do those.
That sounds great. Um, is there anything you think that I haven't touched on that people might find interesting about your life in this, or some way that you're making money, or just an interesting thing about that?
Definitely don't do it if you don't have money saved up, because there will be times where you're just like you're not gonna have like access to constant flow of income.
Right.
So it's definitely important to make sure you have a buffer if you
Okay.
want to do anything like this. Other than that, you know, do what makes you happy. Uh,
Yeah.
like you can just, yeah, just do whatever makes you. If that's like whatever that is, because like the worst thing to do is be even if you're making like decent money, is just to be unhappy the entire time you're there.
Yeah.
Is that is a very quick way to get burnt out and not have a happy life. So
Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining me. I think this is a really interesting topic. I hope a lot of people will find it interesting as well, and hopefully we'll get one with Brad and Pablo coming up here shortly as well. Thanks
cool.
again for your time and for always being willing to come on and do this
Yeah.
stuff.
I'm always willing to come up on these things, just because like the YouTube scene's pretty cool. Just
Uh,
having people do this stuff is really great.
yeah, we appreciate it. Thanks again.
Yep, you're welcome.